So in my last video, I showed you guys the colorwork sweater that I am working on. And like I said, it is my first colorwork sweater. So there is a bit of a learning curve as a beginner knitter. So let me just go through some of the things that I messed up on, or I wouldn't say messed up on, happy accidents. So maybe you can give me some tips or tricks, or maybe you're having the same issues. So first of all, majority of the time I cannot get the collar. I have such a problem with the small circumference. So what I did was I got gifted shorties from Knit Picks for my birthday. So I started off using shorties to complete the entire collar. So I used the correct millimeter, and I just did it on the 16-inch needles, the shorties, and I finished the collar. And then once I got to the main body, I switched to the full length needles, and that helped me out tremendously. One of the other things that I wouldn't say I really messed up on, because it's not that big of a deal, I didn't properly read the pattern. That's on me. I have this issue with everything. And I didn't know you were supposed to read from right to left, and I read from left to right. Considering this is a crescent moon, I'm not that concerned because the pattern is still from top to bottom, so at least I was doing that in the correct order. If it was the other way around, I would have had to like unpick everything and start over. But considering it was just the mix-up of left to right and it's a crescent moon, I don't really mind which way it's going, but just make sure to read the pattern. I have that issue with sewing, crochet, knitting, everything. But other than that, I would say it is pretty straightforward if you know basic knitting terms. I still don't know how to combination knit, so I can't pick the main color and throw the contrast color. So I just pick both. I just keep the yarn separate in the back, just make sure it's separated. So if I'm working with the main color, I'll pick up this one and then I'll set it to the side. And if I'm working with the contrast color, I'll pick it up and set it to the side. So far, it's coming out fine, so I don't see an issue with that, but I know some people do it differently. I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do anything. It's just whatever your preference is. But yeah, those are just some of the things that I've come across since working on this colorwork sweater for the first time. But so far, like I said, I'm having a great time.